Well, at this time, I'm going to call this meeting to order. And first of all, I want to say welcome to each and every individual that's here today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating in today's special meeting. We're going to be addressing the agenda of a special meeting of the City Commission of Rio Grande City, Texas, today being Thursday, August 14th of 2025, and the time specifically being 12:06. At this time, I'm going to move forward to item 1A, and I'm going to ask Commissioner Olivares to lead us in the invocation. Thank you.
Dear Lord, we thank you for allowing us to gather here today. We ask for wisdom, we ask for discernment, we ask for guidance as we make decisions that involve our city. We ask for continued unity for this commission so that we can keep working together in the best interest of our beautiful city. We ask these things in thy name. Amen.
Amen. And at this time, I ask everybody to please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now to the Texas flag, please.
On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward to item 1B, I'm going to do a roll call. Commissioner Ben de Leon.
Present.
Commissioner Ediel Barrera.
Present.
Mayor present. Commissioner Olivares.
Present.
At this time, I'm going to find that we have quorum to proceed forward. And moving forward to item 1C, the public forum. Do we have anybody sign up for the public forum, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay. Before we proceed, we have some special guests today. The City of Rio Grande City started a program where we're going to award a scholarship, and I believe that the recipients and the parents are here today. We're going to do the presentation of the scholarship at this point. Just wanted to let you know that throughout in consulting with our advisor, we were informed that apparently the city cannot award a scholarship with city funds. But the commission is determined to proceed forward, so just wanted to let you know that even though the city cannot award the city funds, the commissioners, in discussing the matter, we're going to be putting it from our own pockets, so we wanted to make sure that we deliver on the promise, and we're still going to continue forward with the scholarship. And if you don't mind coming forward, sir, to receive your scholarship. Sir, congratulations. Thank you so much for being here.
Congratulations. Thank you for being here.
Why don't you tell the commissioners, just in case they don't know your name, why don't you present yourself to the rest of the commission and tell us what are your plans?
So my name is Emmanuel Garcia. My parents were in Ida Garcia. I'll be going to the University of Texas at Austin, and I plan on pursuing a degree in neuroscience. And well, so my ultimate goal is to have my own practice or just my own thing. That way, because I'm my own boss and everything, and I can come back over here and do what you guys are doing and giving out money to the community and helping out. You know, it means a lot to me and my family that y'all decided to out of your own pockets, and that really helps. It reassures me, and it's definitely going to push me a lot.
Yes, sir.
To study hard.
So we're very proud of you. I'm sure that your parents are very proud of everything that you have done. Congratulations on going to a wonderful university. There's no doubt in our minds that you're going to accomplish great things. We want to wish you the very best, and we want to reassure you that your community, especially the city, is backing you. So we want to see you in 4 years from now. We want to see you successful. We want for you to triumph, and we would be honored, and we would love for you to come back to your roots and continue to work on our community to make it even a better place. Thank you so much for being Before we move from this item, I just wanted to thank personally the commissioners for stepping up and doing the right thing and making sure that we were able to honor this promise that we had made to this young man. Thank you so much and congratulations. Okay, proceeding to item 2A, discussion and possible action to approve a contract with Cool Sound Music, Inc. for the 2025 Grito at the Kiosco event scheduled for September 6, 2025.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commission. We are preparing for our annual Grito en el Kiosco event, and we want to make sure that this is a fun and exciting event for our community. So this year, we will be introducing some additional live music. We're used to the mariachi and some of the folklorico, but we're looking at a live performance from a Selena tribute band. That'll come with a full band and performance, and that'll be the main theme of our event this year.
Very well, ma'am. And the contract is for approval today, correct?
Correct, and this is a contract prepared by our legal, so it has been reviewed and issued, just pending approval from the commission.
Very well, ma'am. Do we have a motion to approve this item?
So moved.
Second. Motion has been second. Does anybody have any questions or concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving to item 3, discussion 3A, discussion and possible action to accept the agenda of records recommendation for medical and voluntary products for the planned year of October 1st, 2025 to September 30th of 2026.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Commission.
Good afternoon,
Valerie Garza from the HR Department. Before you, you have the memorandum in your packet. This is for the new fiscal year health insurance benefits for the city employees. And we do have a representative from the agent of record for the city, and he'd be giving more detailed information on the recommendations from our staff.
Very well. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mayor, City Manager, Administration, Commissioners. Thank you for having us here today. Over the past few months, it's been a pleasure to work with your administration. We've had some insurance committee meetings, and we've gone over, the wants and needs of the city employees as far as their employee benefits, their medical, their dental, their vision, their life insurance, and all the other products that the city offers their employees. So in front of you, you have a ton of different spreadsheets, but let's start first with the medical, which would be this packet. So on the first page, you're going to see we currently have Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Texas. We have a $1,000 deductible, $4,000 max out of pocket. Primary care visit copays for your employees are $30 if they want to go to the primary care. Specialists are $60, virtual visits are $30, walk-ins for urgent care centers are $75 copays. You have in your prescription drugs. You have a very rich plan. It's very competitive with other cities in the Rio Grande Valley, so I commend you for already offering a very good plan for your employees. So currently, we are paying for each employee $533.66, which the city spends for each employee. If they want to buy up to employee children, to add their children, or to add their spouse or family, they would pay the difference. So in this case, if they wanted to add, let's say, their children, you have 5 employees now that have their children on the plan, they pay $989 minus the $533 contribution by the city. So we started this process with the renewal. We've seen this in a few of our cities across the valley to where Blue Cross is increasing. It doesn't matter if the city is performing well or any of our private sector groups are performing well. It is just we are seeing an increase, and this is nationwide. So we were proactive about it, and we decided let's take it out to bid and let's shop this out with other carriers to have the most competitive offer for the city and for its employees. So with this offering, our best and final offer we received from Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And before I get to that, we did have them come and present to the committee, and we did have the top 3 carriers we're going to be discussing today. They did come and meet with your staff and myself, and they did present. So they got to learn all about, you know, their value adds, what they can give to the city of Rio Grande City. So we had Blue Cross, we had United Healthcare, and Curative as the top three carriers that came and presented. So their best and final offer for the renewal, you'll see on the bottom right, is a 12.4% increase at it's right under $600 at $599.83. With this increase, the city would see about $130,000 in increase to its budget expense. So as of right now, we feel that Blue Cross Blue Shield is not a competitive offer for the city. So we're going to be looking at page 2 and 3 and going over the more competitive offers that we're seeing. So on page 2, or the next page, we have Curative, and this is the one that's kind of taking the state of Texas by storm. They are headquartered out of Austin, Texas. This is a relatively new carrier. They've been around since 2020, since COVID started. They have a very vast network. They actually combine 2 different networks to have an Aetna network combined with the First Health. So they merge together, so it almost is about a 99% match of what a Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO network is. So it is a very competitive network. We did check with some of the insurance committee that was here for that meeting to see if their providers were in network, and they were in fact. The local hospitals, everyone was there, so we had a good success with that. So what is most appealing about this Curative proposal, it's a little bit different than the traditional Blue Cross Blue Shields, United Healthcare's, Aetna's of the world, the BUCAs, where they have, you know, traditional plans with a $500 to $1,000 deductible, a max out of pocket, you know, co-pays for urgent care for your drugs. This is a very different and unique, and I think it's where the future of insurance is going, is that they have a $0 deductible for almost everything, or actually everything. $0 deductible for them, a $0 max out of pocket, $0 co-pays for your primary care physicians, specialists, virtual visits, urgent care, emergency rooms, for your prescriptions, everything. So I think this is what we are recommending to go with Curative as the medical carrier. Not only do you basically give your employees, you know, a raise by having zero liability on them, you have $0 deductible, 0 max out of pocket, 0 copays, but we are saving the city a substantial amount of money. So with this offer, they're offering with us, it was the current contribution for the city was at $533.66 for each employee. We're going down to right above 500 at $502.16. So we are going to be saving 5.9% from current, which would equivalent to $62,000. But there's also an additional $45,000 transition credit that we were able to acquire from the carrier to move over to the new carrier. So in total, we actually are going to be saving the city over 10% of what current was spent, which is over $106,000. That's from what the city was paying last year. And we did have a very good consensus with the insurance committee. We tried to see like what's the gimmick? This can't be real, right? I do have this carrier in different private sector accounts, and they are in actually other public sector accounts around the valley. The closest city that they have is actually next door in Roma. So they are already in the city of Roma as of a few months ago. And they are, I'm going to be recommending them also in another city further to east of us on my Monday morning or Monday evening commissioner meeting. So they are taking over and being very competitive. So we are recommending for the city to look at Curative as their option. For one, to give their employees a $0 out of pocket expense for all their medical needs, as well as saving the city over $100,000.
Do you want to briefly mention what we need to do to get that zero?
Yes.
Just so that there's no,
So
everything's out in the open.
Yes, sir. So one caveat that we had the presentation done by the representative from Curative, and you can see it in the packets that we provided, these little Curative pamphlets. So the one thing that the employee is responsible for, and it has to be completed within 4 months. So right when you start, October 1st effective date, every employee is given a $0 deductible, $0 max out of pocket. That's the plan design they're given. They have 4 months to complete they say it's a 1-hour phone call. It's like a visit with a primary care physician. It's basically a coach that they visit with, that they can help. They get to see where they're at. If they don't ever go to the doctor, A lot of I know younger guys do not go to the doctor. We think we're invincible. This is at least a chance to at least visit with a consultation. It's zero cost to them, but all they got to do is answer some basic questions, some health questions, and that's it. I have had some of our other groups already do this, and it's actually not an hour long. Some people are saying it's about 15, 20 minutes. And this is in 13 different languages, English, Spanish obviously being the two most prominent ones, and they are available 24/7 to get these done for these employees. But they have 4 months to complete it, and we can also work with your administration staff to make sure that we have the time slots available for these employees to get these done. And it will not hinder the whole group. If, let's say, out of the 166 employees, if two employees don't complete it, only those 2 employees after that 4-month time frame, then that would jump to the second plan, which is a $5,000 deductible. But the other 164 employees, they still have a 0 because they completed it.
Okay. The $45,000 credit, it's only one time?
One time, yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go back next year to 5.6% in savings.
If we stay at those rates, yes, we would be at the 5.9% under
Okay.
current. And last but not least, we did have United Healthcare come in as well. They were more competitive than Blue Cross, but they weren't as competitive as an offer as Curative. So we do have them in second place in our recommendations. As well as TML did not submit a quote. And then Aetna was a DTQ. Cigna was also a DTQ. Do not quote. Decline to quote. I'm sorry. So this is our medical. Is there any questions on the medical?
Do we know what percentage of our people go outside of the network or the non-network treatment by any chance? Because I know that I'm looking at it's got a very high deductible there, and I don't know if we have a.
Yeah. So actually, when I actually looked at the Blue Access report, it was at like a 0.1%. So not even 1%.
Okay, so it's not going to be a.
It's not going to be an issue.
Okay.
And the good thing about the Curative program is that they do actually have each employee, and then every dependent over the age of 18, everyone's going to be getting a credit card from the Curative carrier itself. So one thing I do like about this plan is that there's different plan structures, how to make plans. You can do reference-based pricing, which that'll actually help lower your cost. They've actually combined the best of both worlds, where the traditional insurance contract reimbursement structure and having that, by having this cash card, you don't have to use the cash card if the doctors are in network. But let's say you go to a provider and they're not in network, or you want to nominate them to be in the network. You can always, every services you go do, you can use that card, and that card will be $0 to you because the company's paying for it. But in essence, you're also helping save the city money on the claims fund, because if you do a private cash pay versus using insurance, it's actually going to lower your claims. So that'll in fact keep your renewal low or potentially go down in years to come. So I do like how they built this medical plan as kind of like a hybrid, that if I would have built a medical plan, it would be something like this, because you have best of both worlds. You have the traditional reimbursement schedule of a medical plan, but you have the side option of doing cash pay that'll help the whole entity in itself save money in the long run. So whoever the originators of this company did it right. And I've actually applaud them. They did a very good structure of building this plan.
Very well, sir. Thank you.
Any more questions on the medical?
Not from me. No.
Okay. So now we're going to go to this very long, long one. This is your voluntary products. So we shopped out all the products for the employees. Your basic life insurance that the city pays for, your voluntary life, your disability, dental, vision, all your different voluntary products. So on this first page, you're going to see our basic life and AD&D. This is what the city provides to its employees. Each employee gets a $10,000 life insurance and a $10,000 AD&D policy. And what an AD&D policy is, it's an accidental death and dismemberment policy. So if one of your employees, heaven forbid, passes away in a car accident, a plane ride, or anything like that, they would actually double the life insurance from $10,000 to $20,000. So that's what that means. So currently, for providing this life insurance policy to all your employees, you are currently paying $294.82. We did shop this out with multiple carriers. This was the top 7. So as you can see, we shopped it out with Unum, Mutual of Omaha, United Healthcare, MetLife, Principal, Nippon Life, and Sun Life. And you're going to see on in the next few pages, we shopped out every single product to make sure we get the most competitive offer for your employees. So with this offering, we're going to see option 1 as being the most competitive with Mutual of Omaha at $268.60. So they're still offering them at $10,000, but we're saving money. But I was challenged to increase this benefit for your employees because I thought $10,000 was not enough for your employees. You know, the cost of just everything has gone up, so I think $10,000 isn't adequate enough for your employees. So if you look at the next page, I asked these carriers to give us a rate for $25,000. So our team was able to shop this out, and then we negotiated and did a best and final offer with what we thought was the number 1 carrier, which is going to be Mutual of Omaha. And we were able to negotiate and stronghold them to give us a very competitive offer. We did a little bit of cost shifting and underwriting, and we're able to get this rate to be very competitive. So we want to recommend going from a $10,000 life policy to a $25,000 life policy and $25,000 AD&D. With the rate is a 0.06 per thousand, which is less than half of what you're paying now. But we're giving them 2.5 times the benefit, and this is just a slight increase total price of a monthly premium of $294.82 to a $316. So we feel like with the slight increase, it justifies the recommendation of providing your employees with the 2.5 times life insurance that you're currently providing. Any questions on the basic life?
No, sir.
So you're going to see it's a very common theme in the next few recommendations. We've basically tried to bundle services with the best carrier. After we got all the rates in, we went to that carrier and recommended to bundle as much as we possibly could to get the best offering for your employees. So you're going to see on all these next recommendations, we're going to be staying with one carrier to make life for your employees as far as claim processes and life for your administration a lot easier just dealing with one carrier instead of having multiple carriers. So we are going to be recommending, as you can see on the voluntary life, so if your employees want to go and out of their pocket buy more life insurance for them and their family, they can. This one we're currently with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and if you look at the rates, they completely price matched. Blue Cross Blue Shield did have a very competitive offer. Normally, whenever you're with the BUCAs, the Blue Crosses, Uniteds, Cignas, they always give good life and disability quotes. They always do because they can afford to bundle it with their offerings. So the standalone voluntary carriers sometimes have a hard time competing. But in this case, we were able to negotiate with Mutual of Omaha to price match the Blue Cross and Blue Shield what we currently are offering. So our recommendation is also go with Mutual of Omaha for the voluntary life products. Any questions on the voluntary life?
Now, the employees make a decision as to whether they want it, am I correct?
Yes, it's their decision if they would like it or not. And it's going to be the exact same thing for the dental we have. Currently, we have dental with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. We have a PPO plan, $1,500 annual max. No ortho is provided. We have this plan as voluntary for the employees. It is $30.75. We shopped this out, and we feel with the competitive bundle offer, we are recommending to go with Mutual of Omaha. We have a savings here of about 10%. We have this with Mutual of Omaha for the exact same plan design, and it would go down to $27.67 for the employee only. So there is a savings for your employee with the exact same plan design you have currently. Okay. And then let's move on to vision. If there's any questions on dental?
No, sir.
Okay. So on the vision, exact same story. We have plan design matched all your with all the carriers with the current plan. We are also with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. We were bundling with them. We have a $10 exam copay, For materials, $10 copay. Frame allowance is $130 for the year. And for the contact lens allowance, it's $130 as well. Your employees are currently paying $8.42 for the employee-only rate. We got another decrease in premium for $7.59. And the rest of all of these products are going to be the same recommendation. Looking at the short-term disability, we're looking at the short-term disability, the accident. Looked like it's a price match exactly to what Blue Cross had. And then we can go on to the critical illness price match as well. They were all with Blue Cross. We're recommending going with Mutual of Omaha. The one great thing about the critical illness plan. I'm sorry, I went a few pages forward, but the critical illness, this is something that they price match, but this is something that they're actually going to be giving the children and the insurance is automatic. So it's zero cost if they want to add their kids on the critical illness plan with Mutual of Omaha. And you'll see that there was a Mutual of Omaha value add sheet that was given. There's a lot of different value adds that they give to the city for free. Hospital indemnity. Exact same thing. We're going to be recommending going also with Mutual of Omaha. They did a complete plan design match. If you're admitted to the hospital, you get $1,000 from the carrier up to one time per year, this is traditionally would help you out with your deductible and maximum out of pocket on your medical plan. But as of now, since you're no longer going to be having a maximum out of pocket, this just goes straight to the employee. Same thing with the daily confinement. They match that rate as $100 per day. So if you stay at the hospital for 10 days, you'll get 100 times 10, so $1,000 plus the hospital admission of $1,000, so $2,000. Something that they added versus what you currently had is you didn't have a health screening benefit. So just by getting your health screened, your wellness checkup, you actually can get a $50 claim that goes back to the employees that you didn't have before. So that's a value enhance. And they did match all the pricing as well as what you're currently paying. So that is the voluntary products, as well as, so we're recommending going with Mutual of Omaha for all of your voluntary products. The city does currently have other carriers that they do, that city employees do have the option to work with. I think we have Aflac, Colonial, Occidental, New York Life. We're going to leave those alone. If they still want to keep those plans, they can definitely keep those plans. But we're recommending to go with these products as far as your core. And then you'll see in these the Mutual of Omaha, all the value adds that they have, the hearing aid services, the discount program, I think the identity theft assistance, I think the will prep assistance services, and then worldwide travel assistance program. These are all provided at free to all the employees. And then last but not least, MAZA. So this is a program that will help your employees. So there's two different options, and I know this is probably going to go later on in the budget, right? What they want to do. Okay. So there's two different options that MAZA quoted. There's different plans. There's different. There's Emergency Plan Plus. There's Emergency Premier Plan and Platinum Plan. This basically covers you in an incident where, let's say you're in the continental U.S. for Plan 1, which is the Emergency Plan Plus. This will cover you air or ground transportation, especially air. Air transportation is very expensive as far as airplanes or helicopters. So whatever the insurance doesn't pay, this coverage will help pay that difference. And in this case, the Emergent Plus plan, this will cover the continental U.S. and I believe the Caribbean. The second plan will cover continental U.S., Caribbean, and I think some parts of Central and Canada. And then the Platinum plan will cover worldwide. So this is a voluntary plan offering. We have this Emergent Plus is going to be $14 for the employee only. The Emergent Premier is $19 and the Platinum is $39. MAZA did offer an employer-sponsored plan, which would be a $1 decrease in the pricing if this wanted to be sponsored by the city, or even partially sponsored by the city. They could offer this program. And we can actually have the representative from MAZA come. He's actually he's a McAllen firefighter. He's actually the representative for the Valley. And we've worked with them in other cities. I know they're in the city of Palmview, city of San Juan, and a bunch of other cities and schools across the valley. It's a very good program. Since I forgot the name of the other, what was it, AirMed? AirMed? Yeah, AirMed used to be the company that provided the helicopter services, and they are no longer covering the area. So Mazda has stepped in and is now covering for the Rio Grande Valley.
This plan that's here, that's $7 per employee, which one is that one, sir? It's on the back of the, it's the employer-funded base plus optional buyout. EFE, employee
I
only $7.
think this is the one that they were showing that they were doing like a 50-50 split. So maybe like $50 or 50% goes to the employee and then 50% goes to the employer. So like this is the same plan as, if you look at the very first one, the voluntary payroll deducted.
Oh, okay, I
See,
see.
it's $14.
I see.
I think this is just showing you if they did.
Okay, got it, got it. I thought it was a separate plan.
Oh, no, it's the same plan.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And these are the monthly rates, sir.
Monthly rates, yes. Okay. Thank you.
And then so yeah, I guess it's up to the city what they would like to do, if they want to offer this on a voluntary basis or do some sort of contribution. That's up to the city. And then the very last piece of coverage is COBRA services. So COBRA services, we're recommending you go with a company called CBA, Creative Benefit Administrators. And this service is just COBRA, just offering, if say an employee leaves, is no longer employed with the city. By law, the Affordable Care Act, we have to offer COBRA to all our employees up to 18 months. And it's 100% paid for by the employee. So the city no longer has to pay for to offer COBRA, but we still have to make it an offer. So we like working with CBA. They're out of San Antonio. They do have a lot of business in the valley. I know I think they're at the school district here, offering the COBRA services, and they're in about 15 different public entities in the valley. So they're a very reputable company and very competitive pricing.
This is also one of the voluntary products, correct?
Well, this is actually this will have to be offered on the employee. The employer has to pay for the COBRA services, so it's very minimal. I think it's about 50 cents per employee.
But the employee would pay the premium.
Yes, the employee
Because he
pays
no longer
the
would be
premium. If they're,
employed.
yes, so they're no longer here. Let's say the rate's $500. They have to pay the $500 plus a 2% fee on top of that. So it'd be about $510 if they have to pay on their own. We don't have to pay for. The city does not have to contribute to that if they're on COBRA. But they do have to pay the third-party administrator to administer those said plans, which would be, I think it's about 55 cents per employee. So I know that was a very lengthy and a lot of information. So is there any questions that are coming up?
I have a question, Jonathan.
Is that Marty?
Yes.
Yes, Marty.
Hi. If employees have an issue, would they contact you, or is there going to be somebody at the city, I guess, designated to help with questions?
So that's either or. So they can either contact their HR or contact our office directly. Because we'll have a customer service rep that's directly handling your account at our office in McAllen. So they can call us locally and we'll help them out.
Perfect, thank you.
So what do you need? Do we need a motion to approve?
Yes, we need a
these?
motion to approve the recommendation of the agent.
Do you want to take them separate, or how should we take them there?
Well, you can do it as a whole package offering. You can say, discussion of possible action to approve the agent of records recommendation for employee benefits plan year 10/1/2025 to 9/30.
Ms. Valerie, what is your recommendation based on what Mr. Jonathan just explained? What is it that you are recommending? What are we adding? What are we removing? What are we keeping? What extra voluntary benefits are we adding? So we can have a competitive package to our employees, of course, taking advantage of the savings and taking advantage of the new advantages they're going to have as an employees from the city. So what is your recommendation? What should we accept and decline?
Staff is recommending the curative for the health and the Mutual of Omaha for the life and accidental death. And pretty much they have piggybacked off of what we currently have. The only difference is the rates that Curative is offering because it's a brand-new company.
Right.
But other than that, we kept it about the same as what we currently have, or that the employees are used to, because all those other added volunteer products, we also have them with Blue Cross. It's just that now Blue Cross, we're going to be going with someone else. The Cobra itself, also we pay it with Blue Cross. But Blue Cross let us know that they will no longer be offering that, so we had to have Jonathan look into that as well, because
Are
they're not
you
gonna have it.
recommending that we approve that as well, as part of the
Yes.
package?
Yes.
Okay.
And currently, we do pay the administrative fee for the Cobra. So we will be having those administrative fees also. And if someone decides to leave the employment, that's when Cobra kicks in. And if they want to continue the health insurance, it's usually at the cost of the city. But that's their choice. It's just that the city has to offer it.
Okay.
So staff recommends.
So this item, it's well-written, and we just have to approve it as it is.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Well, at this moment, Mayor, I would like to approve item number 3 as presented on the agenda.
Very well. Do we have a second on that
I
motion?
will second that.
The motion has been seconded. Does anybody have any other questions or concerns?
Just a comment to thank Jonathan for all the extensive work that they did in compiling all of this information. Thank you and your company for doing this. Thank Valerie in the office, Mr. Cantu, everybody. I know there was a lot of work that went into it, and it seems like we're getting coverage that might be a little bit better and a lot more better benefits for the employees at a lower cost. So thank you for making that happen for us.
You're very welcome. This was a very, very much a team effort. You know, we went and met multiple times with your administration, and we all love how we had the insurance committee, and I love how we had the presentation. So it was very well thought out and very well done.
This is what's called a win-win.
Win-win, yes. And
Oh, yes. So everything we discuss, everything that I'm recommending, but we have to figure out what we're going to do for the MASA, the program.
Okay.
If we're going to do it voluntary, or we're going to do employer-sponsored, or like a 50-50. So that still has to be discussed with finance.
Ms. Brown, are you proposing that we leave that for another meeting?
The massive part?
Yes.
I think it would be better that way you all can discuss with the numbers to see how it's going to look and what you all would recommend, whether it would be better for maybe a employer pay full, for the full, or have the employee pay half, or just leave it all up to the employee. But that would be something that we would like for maybe you all to discuss with Lionel
Okay,
first.
very well.
But just know that it is being offered, and
Tell
we're
me-
on it because we'd
Tell
like,
me,
we'd
if you
like
don't
that
mind,
too.
specifically the products that we're approving right now, ma'am?
We
Just-
are approving the curative for the health insurance and the Mutual of Omaha for the life and accidental death,
And the COBRA,
and the Cobra.
correct? Anything else that we need to address at this point?
No, it was just Mutual of Omaha for the other.
for the add-ons, for the voluntary.
Right.
For the voluntary products, yes.
And the recommendation is that, what's the name, the MASA?
MASA be discussed maybe
Next meeting.
At the next meeting.
at the next
Okay, so
meeting.
we're clarifying that we're not addressing that, we're not approving that product. We're gonna be discussing it with yourself and with Mr. Cantu at a later
It's
point.
'cause we've never had MASA. We had AirMed, and they no longer employee pay.
So you could make it a voluntary product and just have them pay for it when you make it.
Right. Not right now, but in the next meeting.
This is the one that was more pressing because it's more time sensitive.
Which one, ma'am?
The insurance.
Yes.
Health insurance.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we had the record clear as to what we were gonna be approving. And I guess we'll have a separate discussion at a later point about is that time sensitive, Mr. Sokolowski?
So it's actually, you can put that product on any time of the year. It's not pressing with the IRS cafeteria plan for the voluntary.
Okay,
So it doesn't have to be October 1st effective. We can put it November 1st, December 1st. So
very Very well.
Okay.
Okay, so we're definitely gonna look into that product and we'll discuss it at a later point, but as of right now, we're gonna be approving or considering to approve the items that have been discussed at this point by Ms. Brown.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
Thank you.
Okay. All of those in favor to approve the motion as it has been presented, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you. Moving to item 4, executive session. Do we have, before we actually consider for A, B, and C, I believe that we don't have any matters to consult with our attorney. Is that correct, Ms. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at this time, I'm asking for a petition or a motion to adjourn, having no other business pending.
I move that we adjourn,
Okay.
pending no other business.
Second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. We stand adjourned. Thank you so much.
At 12:47,
What's the time?
12:47.
12:47. Thank you.